for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Seattle.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, there's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Going right back to Akers. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Mayfield to throw it.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, L.A.
Cooper Kupp
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Penny on the counter. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right?
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll run on first down with Akers.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield now. Going up top for Comm. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The Seahawks at 2-14 in what's been a tough year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 22 yards there. A first down. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Throwing left side. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Mayfield looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Boye Mafe
In there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Penny, a first down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Smith on 3rd down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
To kick off for Los Angeles.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He lets it fly for Lockett.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the football back at their own 17.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now to Comm's side, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They'll run here with Akers.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Akers again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Akers.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They keep it with Penny on first down, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Touchdown, LA! A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
There's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did.
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Mustang 19.
From the red zone now, Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
From 17 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simple saying, we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Panther 11.
Gino's going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 77 yards.
And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Come on. Hey.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
70 Rangers.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Let's go now.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
19 tight. Ready.
Play action. It's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions.
And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. Now Myers for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Mayfield on 1st down. He finds Hopkins complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
Fourth down, Mayfield. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Geno. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One last throw here for Smith. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game.